What is up, guys? Welcome back here to another Infinite Galaxy content. In today's video, we're going to give you 5 amazing tips here for free to play when you are trying to compete for the Galaxy Star event. Now, before we get started here, I want to ask you, what is your 5 best tip that you can give to us? All right, we're going to compare your tips to my tips on how we can succeed in the Galaxy Star event. Now, the free-to-play tips is going to be like the standard tip for everybody. So if you are a spender, medium spender, or gazillion spender, this is going to be the best tip for you as well. So free-to-play is the basic of the tips for everybody. It's a foundation. By the way, the reason why I asked you guys to leave a comment, I would love to get your input. And of course, leaving comment, these interaction, leaving a like into the video, do help our channel out for our algorithm. Now, I do work hard trying to think about what type of contents, what type of topic that I can use in here to help you guys out to succeed here in Infinite Galaxy. So I definitely appreciate it whenever you guys do leave a comment, or maybe you can, if you don't have any 5 amazing tips to leave in a comment, then what you can do is leave me your favorite phrase or maybe your favorite food. Those things help out as well, and I do truly appreciate the support. And hopefully what I'm doing in here is making some difference to your gaming in Infinite Galaxy. I've been playing this for a bit now. I'm really enjoying it. It's a really fun game, so I want to for us to grow this community in here and for us to entirely succeed. So I don't know many of you guys who have been watching. I see a few hundred people watching. If you guys would leave us a comment, at least I can get to know some of you guys' names and let us know your progress, and let me know, am I actually helping you guys out here in Infinite Galaxy? How am I doing, right? Tell me how am I doing here in IG? So the number 1 tip, well, actually, this isn't going to be number 1 tip. In my opinion, this is going to be an ultimate tip, all right? I'm not going to count this for you guys. This is going to be a bonus for everybody. I want you guys to actually take this very seriously because you do get a lot of information by doing this. There's a link in the description. Go to my Discord, join the Discord community, and I have an IG tab. Now, the reason why I want to invite you to my Discord is because in that Discord, if you need some information, you can get a hold of people like me or other similar players in your playing style that are in the Discord that can help you and answer questions faster. So if you're really having some issue, you're stuck onto something, join the Discord now because that will help you out. So that's one bonus tip that I'm going to be giving out to you guys. I don't always give out bonus stuff in here, guys. So number 1 tip, and I've mentioned this in my mistake videos. If you haven't seen my mistakes videos, click the link up in the right hand corner. One of the biggest tip that I want to give you guys right now is start a farm account. Now, if you want to succeed in the Galaxy Star event, what you need is resources. Resources is a major thing, especially if you're not spending, right? You're free to play. You really need to make some farm accounts. As you can see, these are my farm accounts except for Johnny B Farming. So Apostle of God, I mentioned this in my previous video. I pretty much asked these old accounts to give it to me. And how I linked it is through Facebook, and I've created a fake, I've made a dummy Gmail because he was an iPhone user. So we connected it into the Google Play and connected it into Facebook so that I can access the account. So that's one thing that I did, as well as with Senpai, we did a dummy Facebook as well for that one, and this is something that I actually created. So I highly suggest to make a farm account as soon as you can. Produce the resources because you're going to need the resources to do everything to upgrade, to increase your power for the Galaxy Star event. Now that's going to be really for the stage 1, and I believe it's last stage as well. Whenever you have to upgrade your buildings, do your research, make or manufacture a lot of warships, then resources come into play major, right? And as you're watching this video, maybe you're in the initial stages of the game and you're free to play. I would highly recommend for you to not try to compete with the bigger spenders, because at the end of the day, these events is going to be very difficult for free to play. If I'm going to be honest with you, this is an event where you have to be patient if you're not spending money into the game. All right, that's just the reality of it. Spending money into the game is not a bad thing. The reason why players spend money into the game because of their time at work. They don't have the time to grind it. And at the same time, when people spend money into the game gets developed. If you're free to play, you should actually be grateful for it because people are investing into the game for the game to develop. And then what's going to happen is there's going to be more features that everybody can enjoy. So at the end of the day, this is a mobile game. There are developers who are working behind the scene trying to develop this game, and they do need to get fed. They need to get paid. Therefore, there is spending in the game. Now, if you're looking for a total free to play game that you have to play an ads every 5 minutes, that is very annoying. This is not the game for you if you're looking for that. All right. There's definitely spending in this game. There's no hiding it. But there's ways around the spending that you can succeed, but it does take some patience and take some time. Like I've mentioned, creating that farm account will allow you to compete with one of the spenders, because if they're not making farm accounts, then you can produce more resources than them that they can buy. So creating that farm account is definitely important. Allows you to get resources. One thing though that I kind of got sidetracked in here that I want to say is that when you are beginning into the game, you just started out, try not to compete for the Galaxy Star first if you're free to play. There's really no value, because if you're making or producing warships, let's say the whales are producing insane amount of warships that you're going to be using a lot of resources, right? You haven't set up your farm accounts yet. You don't want to be producing many low tier warships. I feel like when you are in the stage where you can make T7, that's the kind of the time where you should be making a lot of the warships. Now, this also goes in for the low spender, medium spender. For the big spender, it doesn't really matter. So the initial stage, I would say, is going to be T7. This is where you can spam ships. Make them if you're trying to win, all right? It's T7 because it puts you in a decent position into combat mode or getting into T8. These are the things that I would recommend. But T7 is pretty much acceptable in my opinion. But the best thing, if you're a moderate spender, and you're not really trying to compete in the beginning, and then you want to really make a lot of ships, of course, aim for the highest tier ship possible, because at the end of the day, these lower tier ships, they're gonna be they're not gonna be good. They're pretty much useless, and you don't want to really fight with those low tier ships, in my opinion. So number one tip here: create a farm account, produce a lot of resources. When you have a lot of resources, you can upgrade buildings, upgrade research, and manufacture a lot of warships. All right, that's an easy thing to do. I think you just have to put some time. So the second tip here that I want to say is hoard. And you're like, what? All right. So I made some video before about my Galaxy Star events. Hoard your stuff, hoard your items, and I've mentioned this before in some probably in video, and maybe I mentioned to someone as well. Hoarding your items, and you're probably gonna say like, okay, if I hoard my items, then how can I actually progress and how can I be strong? Well, the reality of this is that you don't have to hoard everything, but you have to hoard some of it. So there's a point in your gaming where you can definitely not hoard in the beginning, upgrade as much as you can. But there's a point in the game where you kind of plateau. Like in this situation for me, I'm kind of plateau right now. There's really no point for me to to do anything anymore, right? In my last Galaxy Star, I actually upgraded a lot of my weapons in here, so an intensive amount of weapons. All right, so I'm actually missing one in here. Wow. So hoard your items, right? So once you get into that plateau, you think your setup is decent already, and if you really want to win the Galaxy Star event, now this is not for everybody, right? This is only for players who are trying to look for, I want to win, I want to get the Titan, I want to win, all right, or whatever flagship it is in the future. Hoard your items. So as you can see, what I've done in here, I hoard my materials, but you don't really technically need to hoard the items. But the concept of it is that don't manufacture the equipments in here. Don't upgrade them. Upgrade them whenever you are going to be competing for the event. So what I like to do is I just like to keep them in the boxes, and then when I'm ready to use them, I will definitely just open them up. Right? Same for like the secret prototype devices. So now with the Galaxy Star event, as you know, we can now upgrade into our flagship modification. So another thing that I actually do as well is I hoard the blueprints. So as you can see, I still have the Titan in here. I could have done this anytime, but I'm not going to upgrade my Titan because I'm not really going to be using my Titan right away. So I'm going to be hoarding as much Titan blueprints as I can and consume that whenever I am ready to compete for another Galaxy Star event. So that's one of the best tip that I want to give you. And as well as with Blueprint, as you can see, I'm also starting to accumulate here again, which I'm going to wait and accumulate before I cash out again on another Galaxy Star event. Now, same thing with crew. What you can do is you can summon if you want, but don't rank up your crew. So I typically hold or hoard my Rebel Citation device. So hoard it up. You don't have to summon it right away. See, at this moment, I'm actually already like pretty much in a very good position. So I don't really have to mess around with it because I'm pretty strong already. I'm on a plateau, all right? So with this one, I need to change this up to, oops, there we go. All right, so changing that up there a little bit, putting back Greg Lee, because I was doing the relics. It was a relic day before we made this video. So hoard the items, hoard majority of the items that can compete for Galaxy Star. I think you should have a good understanding of this already. So it's not a very difficult thing. You have to take your poison. Which one do you want, right? Do you want to, upgrade now, or do you want to win the event reward? So number 3, participate with events. So there are many events in Infinite Galaxy, like let's say even this loot of justice. You can get resources, you can get some crewmates there that you can upgrade for the Galaxy Star. There is secret signal where you can get insane amount of materials. So if you go into the rankings, I'm not gonna get to see hit, right? That's weird, but you do get insane amount of materials from the secret signal. The Archean Ghost Ship, not really. You don't really get huge benefit from the Archean Ghost Ship, but Secret Signal, Purity Protocol, participate in those events because it gives you a great amount of items that you can use for the Galaxy Star. Now, one thing I want to say for free to play, try not to aim into the top 1 spot because it's going to be very difficult, and you might feel like discouraged if you lose. So I would say try to aim into the top 10, at least get your position up there. Aiming to the number 1, it might be very difficult if there are like extensive whales into your server. Now, the whales are not a bad thing. You want your whales in your server. No, don't get me wrong. The whales are very important because they are the ones that are, if you think about this, free to play, you're going to be limited. You may have a lot of farm account, you'll have a lot of resources, but you're going to be limited with speed ups. When you're fighting, you're going to be limited with speed ups. When you have your whales, they're going to have the speed ups. They're going to be able to continue most of the fightings when there is heavy fighting involved in Infinite Galaxy. No matter how well your stacking is going to be, how well your rally, or if you're doing rally, no matter how well you perform all this stuff, at the end of the day, regardless of what your playing style, the whales are going to be the one that will have more ships in the long term. So don't be hating on the whales on your server, all right? So that's one thing that I think I've heard a lot of misunderstanding, or I guess, I don't know. I feel like it's like players who don't really understand this type of gaming area, this mobile RTS, all right, or SLG, all right. Number 4 tip that I want to give you guys is another thing. This is kind of relates to hoarding. I think you guys have seen it in here in my items. So if you go to others in here, actually I had a lot more of these revitalizer. All right, so if you're free to play, accumulate as much revitalizer as you can. There's a few ways where you can buy them. Sometimes they're gonna be in the Alliance shop, like this one. I purchased the revitalizer here. Do that. That's very important. Going to the trade center, going to the VIP shop. I also raid the revitalizer here. So if you have Corium, if you're free to play, you can raid that as well. When you do your missions, you do get revitalizers as well. I think it's right here. You get 200, and I don't think you get any more from that. I don't know what other ways you can get revitalizers from besides those. Now, if you are spending money, you should go and look for this. I think I made a video for this one a long time ago. It's in the weekly package, and you find this weekly limited comprehensive materials pack level 1. You get revitalizers here. If you're spending, you should be stacking up on that. So those revitalizers plays a major role in the Galaxy Star event. Killing pirates provide a huge amount of points. I think 52,000 per level 35 pirate. So if you're in the late stage and you can kill level 35, kill as high as you can, right? All these energy that you have, you can definitely compete against the bigger spenders, because if you hoard it up a lot, all you need to do is put a lot of time and effort into it, and you can definitely get yourself into the top 10. Now, the last tip here, I think I've mentioned this before, Time your upgrade. Okay, time your upgrade. This is very important. So let's say it's about 2 weeks, right, before the next Galaxy Star event. All right, so it's every 2 weeks. You guys should know that by now. So let's say I'm ready to go for CC29. I technically can right now. So let's say you're ready to go to CC29. As you can see, there's about 15 days. I'm giving you guys an example. So once I click upgrade, it's going to say here seek help. I'm not going to press seek help. All right, I'm going to let it run for 15 days because 15 days is 2 weeks pretty much, right? A little bit over 1 day. And then when the event day comes, then I can press help and then seek help so that on that day, I'm not going to use any freaking speed ups at all. Like, because I waited for 2 weeks, right? So this is the patient part of the game. You let it run. You don't have to do it on the exact day. If you do it on that exact day, you're going to run out of speed ups. And what did I say with free to play? With free to play, you're not going to have the most speed ups in Infinite Galaxy or any RTS games, honestly. So wait for that. Run it down. So let's say if I'm doing military dock, I'll wait maybe 7 days after Galaxy Star because I'm going to have to wait 7 more days. Then I'm going to click upgrade and I'm going to time it on that day, on the day 1. I think day 1 is where you do the upgrade of the buildings, right? So time it. Don't press seek help. You don't have to ask for help. So the same concept with research. Time the days for the Galaxy Star so you get some massive points and you're going to get ahead of everybody. So when that Galaxy Star event day comes and you need to upgrade more, you'll have speed ups because then you just save 14 days or 15 days worth of speed up by letting it run for 2 weeks, right? So I think that's a solid tip, guys. So I want to know, did any of these tips that we've talked about today, did any of these fall into some of the tips that you are doing or some of the strategies that you have been doing in Infinite Galaxy? Let me know in the comment section below. And like I said, I want to hear from you guys. And also, come on, it's nice for the analytics. We're working hard here, creating videos, helping you guys out to succeed. Help me out as well. I think we're just one community. And like I said, I want to get to know some of you guys. Oh, by the way, I've seen some comments saying that, hey, why didn't you publish some of your Galaxy Summit? Okay, so some of my Galaxy Summit, I was actually in what is that called? In Chicago. I was out. So we did lose. We lost to CHS twice. Took us out really bad. We lost into SCA. This was a bad matchup as well. I think it wasn't a good time for us as well at this time. We defended. Actually, this is a challenge. We challenged AKT. We did win. We have another battle with AKT. Yeah, so it'd be on the 14th. I don't know if I'll be able to record this, honestly. So now you guys got to understand that I've got life outside too. Like, I also have to enjoy my life outside. I'm not like, here 24/7 making videos and just, staring down my computer like this, So I got some stuff to do as well. So just understand that, I can't capture every single moment. And I know some of you guys will be disappointed, especially when we lose. I know you guys would love to see us to lose. But at the end of the day, it's just a game. I don't really give a damn about it. It's just us having fun. I love my team. And also congratulations to Juan here in our Nebula 15. They're still the #1 spot in here. So, woohoo! They're doing a wonderful job representing the server in here. They're really, really strong. So they've got great leadership there. They've got great strategy there as well. So for them to maintain in that position is actually really, really good for the Nebula. So with that being said, guys, I think just keep enjoying the game and have fun and just focus on the community base because at the end of the day, win or lose, you're stuck with the players that you play with, and they're your brothers and sisters, and the fun is not really based on winning and losing. The fun, in my opinion, is based on the community that you build and the friendship that you make. Anyway, my intergalactic friends, I'll see you again next time.